pretzels, and this is going to be a little bit much because this is like all of my little kids' favorite snack, and so everybody is very excited that pretzels are being made. Okay, you too, yep. So I've got my water, I add my yeast and brown sugar. Whisk this up. You whisk it until the sugar and yeast is dissolved into the water. Make sure, if you need to, kind of wiggle it around. Make sure you're getting everything off the edges of the measuring cup. Alright, now I let this sit for 5 minutes to proof. Alright, the yeast is ready. We're going to add it to the flour. I know. They're anxiously awaiting their pretzels. So I use my dough hook, and I run it on number 2 until it starts to pull into a ball. I have some extra flour handy if it's needed, but you mix it until it pulls into a ball that is easy enough to handle without it sticking to your hands. Okay, so the dough's getting close to being done. This is the right consistency that we want. Just keep kneading it, and you can take it out and knead it by hand too, but I go ahead and let the machine do the work for me. But you want it to knead until it's kind of a nice smooth dough. Right now you can see a lot of rough spots in it. You want it to be smooth and elasticy. So we'll let it knead for probably another minute or 2, and it'll be ready to shape. Okay, the dough is ready. We're going to go ahead and stop. And lower the bowl. And it is a pretty stiff dough. So, get the dough hook out of there. There we go. So now we've got this nice ball of dough. And it doesn't need to rise at all. It's ready to use now. So now we'll shape it. So now we're going to shape the pretzels. Take about a golf ball size ball of dough and roll it. And your dough should be firm enough that you can do this without any extra grease or flour. So, alright, so you roll it out to kind of a rope like this. You want it to be as even as you can get it so that it cooks even. So then you put it in a horseshoe shape, cross one side over, cross the other side over, and then you fold it up like this. Oops, and kind of push them in, and there you can pull it into the knot. We'll do that again. Take another ball of dough, roll it out, and you can make these pretzels as big or as little as you want. That first one I kind of made it a little too tight. You want to have big holes because the dough puffs up a lot. So if you want to have the holes when you're done, you need to make it a lot bigger around. So try to get this one a little bit better. So again, you cross over once, cross over again, and then fold it up. So there, that's a little bit better. You want these holes, if you want these holes in the finished pretzels, you need to make them big in the unfinished ones. So I'll do one more. There you go. Alright, now I'm going to make a pretzel dog. And again, the dough puffs up, so you want to have gaps when you're wrapping it around the pretzel dog. So you want a nice long rope, like you do for the pretzel shape. Now, I'm using Big Frank's. They're vegetarian hot dogs, because that's one of my family's favorites. So, kind of pinch the dough together at the beginning there. But then as you wrap it, you want to leave a bit of a space, because the dough will puff up and fill all the spaces. Oops, I started a little bit. farther down than I should have. There you go. You can roll it around so you get it in the right spot. So there we go. The hot dogs, just wrap it around, and the dough will puff up, and this will be completely covered. And I cook it just the same as I do the pretzels. So now we're going to get the cookie sheet ready. Okay. And then I sprinkle a little bit of the sea salt down first. They're almost done, Emmett. Hold on. Emmett's very excited for pretzels. Anyway, I sprinkle a little bit of salt down. Hold on. So that there's, the salt's kind of evenly all over the pretzel. So, now, this is my boiling water, and I've already added the baking soda. I add 1 tablespoon of baking soda for every 4 cups of water. Bring it to a boil. And now I put these in. And I always try to start the same way. I put them all face down or whatever so I can tell which ones I've turned, which ones I haven't. So, and these are the pretzel dogs. You want them to be submerged for about 30 seconds. So, I don't like them to stick to the bottom of the pan. So, I wait a little bit, and then I flip them over so that they make sure getting all the sides boiled the same. So, kick them around here a little bit, make sure they're getting evenly exposed to the boiling water. I like to have them face down just before I take them out so that they've got plenty of liquid on them to stick the salt to. So we'll go ahead and start taking these out now. You'll need a wide slotted spoon or a spatula because the pretzel is very soft.
Oh.
And I'm going to go ahead and put the salt on the pretzels before I bring the pretzel dogs out, because it's easiest to get the salt to stick when they're wet. Okay, now I'll get the pretzel dogs out. Just a minute, sweetheart. It's coming, it's coming. So, a little bit of salt on these. Yeah, you can do these without the salt, but it is a very bland dough. There's no salt in the mixture, so you might not want to skimp on that part. So now we'll bake these at 450 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes until they're golden brown. So our pretzels are done, and pretzel dogs. They look, it looks a little bit chewy, but unless you want it crispy. We like them chewy, so that's how they look. And as you see, the holes kind of filled in between the gaps of dough. If you have it too tight, then it will be too doughy in the middle. But, as long as it's cooked through, then they're safe. So, the bottom look nice and pretty. Now, if I could just figure out how to make Mickey Mouse ears, my kids would be happy. Anyway, this is a great item to kind of have fun with the toppings. We've done garlic and Parmesan. We've actually put cheese inside them, like pizza and pizza sauce, made pizza pretzels. Put whatever toppings you like on them. Put cinnamon sugar on them if you like that. Anyway, just have fun with it.